Okay, give me your hand while I say this. It might sting, but I truly believe that it is necessary. If you believe that you are not the prized possession within your own life, then you are the thief of your own joy. I'll say this and say this loudly, clearly, simply. When you allow people to believe that you are not the prized possession, that you are a burden, then you are allowing someone else's value of you to equate to your own value of yourself. They say that you are worthless, and so you're saying, well, then I must be worthless. And if you are thinking this way, I need you to have your Olivia Pope moment. If you get it, you get it, but if not, I'll make it easier for you to understand. Olivia Pope, she's the main character, or one of the main characters in the TV show Scandal. And there's a particular scene, particular line that I always like to think of. Speaking to me is a privilege. I could go into further detail as to what she said, however, the main point is that specific line. Speaking to me is a privilege, and you need to have that same energy when it comes to you being the prize. No one else in this world is going to make you feel as if that you're the prize if you can't admit it to yourself that you are the prize. So we are going to fix that today. So I need you to grab your ancient or modern spellbook and wand, and let's get into the spellcasting session. We do not need approval. If you're going to a person every single time that you need to make a decision, then that is showing me that you do not trust your own intuition. You do not trust your own decisions. You feel as if that you need someone else to do it in order for you to receive the same level of satisfaction. And I need you to trust yourself. Trust that you can make the right decisions. Trust that you are on the right path. Trust that you are correct in your assumptions about yourself. If you truly believe that you are ugly, if you truly believe that you are scum of the earth, there is nothing that I can tell you that will make you think otherwise. It is going to take you to look at yourself in the mirror and one day have everything click for you to understand that those were lies. And let me be frank, these could be things that you have heard from people that you thought loved you unconditionally. Maybe you thought they were close friends, and now you kind of have a sticky note that's kind of attached to you, even though you did not want it attached to you at all. It's kind of just there, sticking to you. I want you to do your best and get rid of all of those, because guess what? They're not true. Quick question. Do you ever look at a diamond and go, this is completely worthless? If you do, that's cool. If you don't, that's also cool. But this is what I'm getting at. There are some people out there who will believe to the day that they die that diamonds are worth every single value. They are quite literally a billion, multi-billion dollar industry. Versus other people who believe that diamonds are inflated. They're way more available than what they seem, and that they're just inflating the value of it to make it seem as if it's rare, it's beautiful. However, do you think that the diamond is all of a sudden going to go, well, some people say that I am super valuable, other people say that I'm worthless, so I'm just going to go with the people who say that I'm worthless? The diamond doesn't care. A diamond is a diamond. And I want you to have that same aspect, though it sounds weird comparing it to an object. I want you to have this mindset. You are here for you. You are here to make yourself happy. And why would you rob yourself of happiness by allowing other people's perspective to overtake yours or to be the substitute for yours? Build yourself up. Look in the mirror. Do some mirror work, okay? Look in the mirror 5 minutes every single day. You can do it right after you get up. You can do it when you're brushing your teeth, before you get in the shower, after you get in the shower, whenever you want. Look at yourself, and for 5 minutes, give yourself as many compliments as you can. It will definitely feel awkward at first. However, repetition is key. You'll feel more comfortable. You feel more relaxed as you do it more often, as it becomes more of a habit. And the reason I want you to do this is because you're looking at yourself, okay, raw, flawed, and saying you are perfect. Because let's be real, perfection, illusion. complete illusion. There is no one in this world that is perfect. Every single person in this world has flaws. Whether you want to embrace your flaws, change your flaws, that is up to you. However, I want you to know this. If there has been anyone who has put a sticky note onto you, I want you to know this. That person was so insecure within themselves that they decided, I'd rather have company in my misery rather than allow you to be alone in your happiness. So please do not think that this person called me this, so now this must mean that it's true. Do you not know the beautiful, amazing phrase, beauty is in the eye of the beholder? I think I have a very avid audience in the back, but we'll keep it going. You need to understand this. Even though I might find a specific individual attractive, I believe that, oh, I would totally date this person. There would be many other people who look at that individual and say, absolutely not. But just because they don't find them attractive doesn't all of a sudden mean that they aren't attractive. It is all perspective. Do not shift your perspective in order to accommodate other people's perspective. So I want that to be the first thing that we get out the gate, because with the internet and trolls and people just being able to look at your life, you can kind of have so much coming in that it feels overwhelming, and you kind of get a little bit lost within yourself, because obviously it's the internet. There are people who are miserable who want to make other people miserable. There are people who are truly enjoying their lives. You have a range of people on the internet, and sometimes it's just overwhelming. Even in life, sometimes there are just people who are too much. It's just, But you have to realize that at the end of the day, what do you think of yourself? Do you view yourself as a human being who is allowed to make mistakes, have emotions, have bad days, have flawed days, have flaws? Or do you see yourself as something less? And allow us to work on that by self-reflection, which they agree with. Self-reflection, mirror work. In fact, even cutting people out of your life who allow you to feel this way, which they agree with. You see, this captive audience is what I needed. But in all seriousness, when I look back at the times where I felt most insecure, honestly, looking at my environment will show you exactly why I felt super insecure. If I was trying to be authentically me, it would be judged, it would be criticized, it would be dismissed so heavily to the point where I had to modify myself and become a chameleon to figure out what part of me will they accept today and what part of me will they reject that I need to hide in the closet. And you don't need that. You don't need to be surrounded by people who make you feel as if being you is not enough. Because being you is 100% enough. It's not enough for them. So allow them to find someone else that is perfect for them. It's not you, it's them. And let's just say they're family members. Let's just say it's not as easy, or you don't really want to cut them off. You're gonna have to establish boundaries. But to be honest, you need boundaries in general when it comes to life. You need to know when to say no, when to let something go. Because if you don't, then you're going to be forever keeping baggage that is holding you back from going anywhere. You want to go to that dream? Well, that baggage that you keep on saying yes to, it's going to keep you from going there. It's an anchor that you're going to have to let go. That is if you don't establish boundaries. And you don't have to go full on big, no contact, drop the people, cut them off. If you do, that's great. I'm glad that we're making such vast steps. But if you do it slowly, just stop contacting the person as often as you would and slowly get out of that person's life, that's more than enough. Regardless, you have to ask yourself, is this the kind of treatment that I deserve? Is this a behavior that a person who knows their worth, knows that they're the prize, would they tolerate being disrespected like this? I don't think so. Because people who know their worth understand that if you don't see it, then that's a you issue. My vision is perfect, yours is off. I'll allow you to see someone for that, and you can get out of my life. versus trying to look within and see, well, maybe there's something wrong with my vision. Maybe I need to fix things. No, you don't need to fix anything. They need to fix themselves by getting out, by leaving, seeing the door. And that might mean that you are alone. You don't have as many friends as you thought, as many people in your corner as you thought. But would you want a large audience where half of them are booing you and half are applauding you? Or would you rather have a small audience that is louder than a full sold out stadium? Which one would you rather have? In my opinion, there's no one that comes into this earth and automatically assumes that they are worthless. It is people and their behavior and their words that might teach someone that they aren't the prize, that they are worthless. However, it is up to that person to truly dig in deep and figure out, am I going to accept that these people think that I'm worthless, or am I going to reject everything that they said and prove to them that they're wrong by standing in my own power and allowing my worth to be shown by just ignoring them, by saying, cool, you think that way, then that's fine. This is what I want you to understand. You can move mountains. You could bring the sun to these people, and they will still see you as nothing. So I do not want you to think, well, maybe I can show them I'm worth something. If you have to show that you are enough, I think that already shows what this person thinks of you. If you are already being shown that you aren't enough from the get-go, just by being yourself, then it shows that you have to work, maybe yourself to death, but you have to work to show that you are useful, that you are worth something. And that is not the way that life should be. You should be able to show up in someone's life and they see you and go, wow, how lucky am I that I have this person in my life? But I also want you to be grateful for these people. And that might sound a little bit weird. These people have made me feel worthless. These people have made me feel like dirt. And I should be grateful for these people. Why on earth would I be grateful for these people? Hear me out. All the people who I can think of that made me feel inadequate, whether they were grown adults when I was a child, or if it were people who were a similar age as me. Regardless, when I think of those people, I am grateful for them eternally. Because one, they helped me build my confidence to what it is now. They helped me look and see, wow, it was you. It was never me. It was just your flaws you inflicted onto me to make you seem as if you weren't as flawed as you are. Or it could also just be that they were just miserable. There are miserable people out there, whether we like to acknowledge it or not. But I look back and I think I'm so grateful for these people because they were able to show me what I absolutely did not want to see. In fact, they were the little flags that I kept in the back of my mind. So whenever someone did something, I went, oh no, I've already dealt with this. I know what this is. This is a mask. This is a con. This is a fraud. Bye, dip, get out, and we're good. But it also makes me appreciate the people who have come into my life who have been so amazing, and I treasure them just as much as they treasure me. And I think, wow, all of these people who have come into my life have led me to this individual. It's similar to love, where people say, I'm so grateful that I met you and I wouldn't change anything because all of these relationships have led me towards you. It's the same thing, except this relationship isn't with another person, it's with yourself. But what I'm getting at is simple. You look at these people and you think you were the stepping stone in my life. You weren't a block, you weren't an obstacle. It may have seemed that way at first, but then as time goes by, as the wounds heal, then I start to see that you were just a stepping stone to get to where I needed to go. And this is the key. You have to make that obstacle a stepping stone. Again, I'm saying all this information, but it truly is up to you. You can go watch this video and continue believing that you are not the prize. You can believe that you are the scum of the earth. You can believe that you're the wallflower, that you're the burden. I cannot change that, unfortunately. Wish I could, but I can't. It is up to you to decide, which is why I'm putting such heavy emphasis on you making sure that you can remove this obstacle and alter it to become a stepping stone towards self-confidence, self-assurance. It's easier when you are your own hero rather than your own enemy. And I say this all the time in videos, but it truly is true. For some people, it may take time. This is trauma that may be unresolved for decades, for years, and now you're bringing everything to the surface. And that's just a lot to handle, especially buried trauma. That is a lot to handle. So am I expecting for you to watch this video and all of a sudden be healed? Perfect? No. But I expect you to understand that you can put in work for yourself because you deserve that. Everyone on this earth deserves to feel as if they are worth it, that they are valuable, that they are a prize. You're here. You're living. You're breathing. You're being you. That should be enough. So, this is the homework for you guys. I know, I'm starting to assign homework, but I kind of like it. I want you guys to go in the comments. You can put in affirmations that you have made yourself or affirmations that you've heard from the internet, from people, whomever, or whoever, whatever. And just put down 3 affirmations that you have used that help you become more valuable to yourself, where it helped you understand how valuable you are. I'll put my 3 down in the comments, and I would love to have you guys share. And look at there, time flew by just like magic on a broomstick. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, this spell casting session. And until then, stay bewitched. Bye. And I hope you've liked the background as well. Bye.